Vegas coming up. I know that's in front of you. Let's take a look in the rearview mirror a little bit. Overall, could you sort of put into words, give us perspective on how you thought the team played?
Well, again, we hit the ball pretty well. Starting off the weekend, we didn't have multiple runs scored. We hit a lot of home runs in the weekend. I think we hit like 12 home runs in the weekend, but we didn't score a lot of runs, just single home runs. I mean, you can never be wish bad against home runs, but in this fact, we didn't really have enough people on base. But again, the fact was the first couple of games we gave up too many runs pitching, but that turned around the second half of the weekend. So I was really pleased the way we played the last three games. Obviously, coming back from 7-0 down against a very good Missouri team and a good pitcher was awesome to see us do that, and then to come out and finish off the weekend strong with a 7-0 win and a shutout for Kleist against Oklahoma State.
What's it going to take for you guys to put a full game together? I know there's sort of been one game basically every trip you guys have taken where they get at you, they get your heel. But what's it going to take for you guys to put a full game together for every game an entire weekend?
Well, hopefully time, and timing's everything. So hopefully it's going to happen by the time we get to Pac-12 that we're going to be hitting on all cylinders, because we're going to have to. Those first 3 weeks of the Pac-12 season, we're going to be playing Washington and UCLA, and in my mind, those are the two top front runners at this point. It could be anybody else, we don't know yet, but those two teams are probably with us are the top three teams in the Pac-12.
As a coach, do you think about peaking at any point in the season? I know you always want to be playing your best softball at the end of the year, so are there some benefits to still having things to work on at this point?
Oh, there's always a lot of things to work on. I mean, we're seeing different pitching week in and week out. This weekend from Florida Atlantic, we're going to see two very good pitchers. One of the pitchers, a left-hander, threw a 1-0, had a 1-0 loss in 8 innings to Florida last year, so we can't overlook them. They have a pitching legend as a coach, and Joan Joyce. So that you get ahead of yourself and you start to look past teams and you can get bit. But right now we just need to concentrate on playing very good softball, basic softball, doing the fundamentals. We always say catch and throw, move runners, and we did that against Missouri. We had runner on 2 and none out, bunted her over, and a hit to the outfield. So that's what we've got to do, is just get back to basic softball.
Not necessarily the hardest hitting slate of teams coming up in Las Vegas, but still it's a chance for you guys to find a rhythm and try and find a groove to put an entire weekend together. Are you use that to stress the fundamentals, to try and find that rhythm and get through a full weekend unscathed? Yeah,
well, just like you said, we need to try and find a groove. So that means getting hopefully our top 9 hitters into a groove by giving them plenty at bats, and then trying to bring other hitters in like April Utek, Maddie Bishop, those types of hitters, to give them an opportunity to see what they can do as those pinch hitting roles emerge throughout the season. Right now, Maddie Bishop is proving to be a pretty gritty out. We've put her in some very tough situations and she's come through for us. So I'd love to test her a little bit more coming into this weekend.
Still got about 3 weeks left on the road. Do you think there's any anxiety amongst the team to get back home and play a game of Jane Sanders?
I know I'm anxious for sure. I wouldn't mind staying at home and seeing the new facility. I haven't really been out there for a couple of weeks now because of our travel schedule, but we're very excited to get home and start playing, especially that first opener. But right now, we've got to just take it one step at a time, and right now it's about playing better softball than what we have been.